Hello and welcome with the Business Level. I'm your host of today, Robbie Janssens, and as you can see the setup is a bit different. Today we are going to talk about e-commerce. E-commerce in general. So last week we were talking about the fashion industry. And when we were talking about the fashion industry, we were also talking about omni-channel retailing and visual commerce. So what implementations can we use of these concepts to e-commerce and to other businesses, like for instance FMCG, fashion. Fashion was last week, but we can also talk about luxury in general. We can talk about other luxury goods, etc. So e-commerce. E-commerce is actually when we are selling online, when we are appealing to customers through online platforms and through other media. For instance, telephone, video. We can do it on social media, we can do it on YouTube, we can do it everywhere. Well, YouTube is social media, but it's a different platform. You get what I mean. Okay, so first of all, visual commerce. It's a very big implementation that we can do for e-commerce. Everyone loves a good picture with a product. So you need to have professional taken pictures, or you need a video, just like this podcast, to actually show a product, to show what you are offering to your customers and to experience more, to gain more experience of the product or the service you're offering. Then omni-channel retailing. So you're not only going to channel on one social media. You're not only going to go to Instagram and try to sell through that. You're going to have multiple channels ready. So for instance, for video-based content, you can say we are using Instagram for photos and little reels. We are using TikTok for video-based content and small promotions. Still using a bit of Facebook for the elder generation and also to gain just massive influence. Snapchat in some uses, but it's not very good for commercial use. And yeah, you have a few others. But in general, you're actually going to focus more on those platforms when you're doing visual commerce. YouTube is also a big one, because in YouTube you're going to talk about your products in more detail. You're going more in detail, you're showing what the features are, how they work and what they do in general. But then omni-channel. It's not only on digital channels, because now we are talking about digital channels, but there are also still the old school channels, like let's say you have the news, TV in general. You can do promotions on TV, you can do it on radio, in newspapers, magazines. It all still works, but it's just a bit outdated because all of the visuals that we put in there are a bit too low. And due to them having a low content, it is actually not that good, not that appealing towards the customer. So, in general, what do we need for e-commerce and all of the other markets? We need to work on two major aspects. So the first aspect is visual commerce, visual content. You need to have professional taken pictures or videos to actually appeal to your customers. You can have small videos for direct interest. So like in a funnel, you can actually go from it must interest the person. So in a funnel, if you talk about attracting, so the first step, attraction, you can use a small video. But then to gain more interest, you can create a bigger video with the features on another platform, for instance YouTube. So in general spoken, start with different media for different channels. And that's for a video-based content. Then also choose your channels wisely. For instance, if you are selling something that isn't meant for the youth, don't go to a platform that's only being used by the youth. TikTok, you already have a lot of potential because it goes up to 45 years, etc. But don't use it for when your customers are over 50 years old, because almost nobody will be there. In general, omni-channel retailing, choose your channels wisely, but choose a lot, because you will need them. And visual commerce, just make sure that your content is professional taken. And that's actually it for today. So I would like to thank you for joining me in the Devil's Lair. And in next week, I still haven't decided on the topic yet, but I hope to see you and I hope you enjoyed this video.